Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. It's Wednesday. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Facebook page, YouTube channel. Hey, wherever you're watching from, we appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, that's a live feed, but it's on a delay, as you can see. Okay. Welcome. If you're watching on Facebook, we appreciate it. If you want to stay there, that's great. However, if you'd like to switch over to YouTube, that is where we're monitoring the comments this morning. So if you'd like to join in the comments, hear your names read, hear your comments read, please switch over to YouTube because that is where we're monitoring that. All right, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. And boy, do we have some legends with us today, ladies and gentlemen. First off, Mike is here after a long time, after 5 years of not being here.
5 years.
Michael's here. And joining us, we have a very special guest. Greg Connolly is here, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Connolly. You might recognize him from some various TV shows. I personally remember you from The Sopranos. Because I was a Sopranos nut. So,
I just want to let you know I'm a virgin. I've never been on a podcast before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're breaking me in.
This is historic right here. Historic.
More news.
I'm actually shocked to hear that. I figured...
Me too.
You know, I mean, yeah, you're not a household name, but you're, in my opinion, a recognizable face. Well, and I'm surprised that, somewhere along the line somebody wouldn't grab you.
Well, maybe from this.
Yeah, hey, there you go. All of us that are watching. And John is watching. He says, wow, look who's back, he says. And some woman from Texas who flat left Hicksville, she's watching. Hello, Carol.
Who could that be?
Yep. She says, hello, Greg, in capital letters, she says.
Wow. Hey, Carol.
Yeah, and Carol is the one who was responsible for bringing you in here. Yeah. She reached out to me. Like I said, I recognized you from The Sopranos. I had no idea you were a Hicksville guy.
Really?
Oh, I had no idea. And then Carol, she said, my friend Greg is an actor, and she sent me, it's got to be from the 80s, a Spearmint Gum commercial.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick's Spearmint Gum.
Yeah, so I saw that, and I'll be honest, I didn't recognize you there. But then when I looked you up, IMDb and all that stuff, and I saw a more recent shot. I'm like, oh, he does look familiar. Then I saw the scene from The Sopranos where you're sitting on the stairs with Imperioli. It's like, oh, there we go. Now I know where I know him from. Okay.
Yeah.
So then Carol mentioned the Hicksville connection.
Wow. Thank you, Carol.
And Carol, I don't know if you're aware. I'm assuming you've kept in touch with Carol.
Via Facebook. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Carol, which I'm going to say something now that her husband hates when I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Carol is nice enough to send me, every once in a while, her delicious chocolate box.
Yeah.
She really...
Okay.
Yeah, she has a delicious chocolate box. That's a little inside joke.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar, there's a store down there called Buc-ee's. They're
Buc-ee's,
okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
They have this chocolate peanut butter thing that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite things. And since there's no Buc-ee's up here, Carol, she sends me a whole box full every few months. So I've made the joke. I love her.
It should be
delicious.
on your bucket list to go to a Buc-ee's.
That's what everybody keeps telling me.
Because we drove down to Marco Island, and we something like around St. Augustine, you make a right.
Okay.
And we saw a Buc-ee's because we heard about Buc-ee's. So we went in there, and it's insane.
Yeah.
It's
insanity.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the men's bathroom, it's like a football field.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Plenty of stalls, plenty of urinals.
And the cleanest bathroom in the world.
And the cleanest. And the women's room, they only have like 2 stalls or something.
No.
No. But because even my wife is like, oh my God, you've never gone to a restroom like that.
Right.
No.
Yeah. That's all everybody I know that's been to one, they just rave about it.
Yeah.
They just rave about it. Yeah. So, and I actually, so when Carol told me about it, I started, the whole thing started with, we were talking about peanut butter cups. Reese's peanut butter cups, to me, they don't taste anything like they
used to.
Yeah. It's, the chocolate isn't as good, but it's the peanut butter is, the filler. It's like, I don't know what that is. It looks and tastes like chalk to me.
Yeah.
So Carol said, oh, well, there's this place called Buc-ee's down here, and I'll send you some. And I swear to you, this is true. We had that conversation. That following Sunday, CBS This Morning had a piece on Buc-ee's. So I watched it. And, they went on and on about the bathrooms, all the gas pumps. how the employees, are paid decent. They get benefits. They have retirement. I'm like, and I'm a big union guy. So when I heard that the employees are happy and they're treated right, I was like, all right, this place, I'm meant to know this place. So so I've never been there, but I'm in love with the place.
I've been to 2 of them, and
They have a sign outside with the jobs and the starting salaries, and
Right.
there's stuff for $225,000 plus bonuses plus 401k, everything.
Yeah.
150 for the guy watching over the car wash.
Jeez.
150. So
You see how long that car wash was?
yeah,
It was like the
I
one.
mean, there's
in
100
football.
pumps.
Yeah.
We're thinking of
You're thinking about
changing
moving-
our location and moving. It's like
and
a
that's
no-brainer.
But even that, like you said, 150 for the car wash guy. Meanwhile, I mean, that's not like even on Long Island, they're not getting paid that
No.
here.
No.
So I'm
No.
shocked to hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now you know why we're here to talk about Buc-ee's,
It's a
not
good
to talk
plan.
about
It's
you.
a good plan B.
Yeah, true. Which actually was one of my questions for you about Plan Bs. But before we sink into Greg, because once we get started, there's a whole bunch here that I like to talk to Greg about. So I did tell Greg that before we get into things with him, I wanted to quickly get into our stuff. Yeah, so we have not seen you. Now, I had to take off for a month.
Yeah.
A week or two prior.
3 days before you got sick. You got sick on the 7th?
Yes.
We had the accident on the 4th.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. Oh, okay. Yes. Because when this did start, I still was doing the show a few days before I was shut down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because you didn't come in
Saturday
that
morning.
Wednesday, and I didn't tell anybody when we did the show that day because I didn't know if you wanted me to. But yeah, so you had a car accident.
Yeah, Jen
So-
and I had a car accident. yeah.
What happened?
We were just making a left-hand turn into a parking lot, and this 2010 Bentley, which is probably
Bentley hit you?
a Bentley hit us. A 2010
Yeah.
It's a
Bentley
tank.
Yeah.
tank, and it's the funniest.
Yeah, if you got.
The funny
Yeah,
thing about it
absolutely.
is, I was in the passenger seat, and I'm like you. We both love to drive, right? But I was in the passenger seat because the night before, remember my old black Stanley?
Yes.
I was cleaning the floor.
Whenever you said Black Stanley, I thought you were talking about your boyfriend.
No, that's another Stanley.
It's another Black Stanley.
I knocked it off a little table, and it landed on my toes. So I thought I broke my toe, so I went to urgent care the night prior. So they put me in this little walking shoe. I didn't
Yeah.
break anything. So we were going out Saturday morning, and Jen says, I'll drive.
Okay.
So that's why I was in the passenger seat. I'm never in the passenger seat.
Yep. Same
and,
here.
And yeah, exactly. So we're making a left-hand turn into a parking lot with Panera Bread. We were just going to get a beverage. And there's 3 oncoming lanes. There was a lot of traffic, and I'm not even really paying attention because she's an excellent driver. We're getting into the parking lot, and just all of a sudden, bang, and it hit me right here.
Ooh.
The car hit me right here. The airbags came down.
What kind of car are you driving?
A Hyundai Tucson, brand new, and I just felt my whole rib cage just. And for about 10 seconds, I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I kind of looked at her, and I was like, mouthed the words, I can't breathe.
Yeah, you got the wind knocked out of you.
Yeah, I got knocked around. And, if you've ever felt an airbag, some gas emits from it, and it blasts you in the face. So I thought it felt like I've hit my face on the window or something.
I've never had the pleasure of experiencing an airbag, but from what I've
It's
heard,
horrible, and
sometimes even that alone could knock the wind out of you.
But I felt that that whole door go right into my side,
Ooh.
and all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. Then I got my bearings, and then the gas that emits it makes the car smell horrible, and I couldn't breathe. I'm like, I need some air, so I just
You had all
opened
this
the door.
open window next to you.
No, the
Right?
glass didn't break.
Oh, the glass-
airbag
Wow.
went down and
Yeah.
it didn't break the glass.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Amazing. So I took I opened the door, so my foot's sticking out with that little funny boot. And this woman comes up to me. I can't see her because the airbag's in front of me. And she's talking to me. She goes, I'm a nurse. I'm all right. What's your name? All that stuff. she actually winds up to be my ER nurse at Brookhaven.
What, from the night before with your foot?
No, from the accident. She's
Oh.
the one that witnessed the accident.
What, and then what? And then she was scheduled to be at work like an
Yes.
hour later or something?
Yeah, so I went by ambulance.
Wow.
I went to the ambulance, got to the hospital.
She's like, hey, can I get a ride?
and like 10 minutes later, I'm like, I know you.
Yeah, you look familiar.
She's like, yeah, I saw your accident. I'm like, holy crap.
Sure this wasn't the Truman Show?
No, it was not the
But
Truman
couldn't
Show.
she testify on your behalf?
Yeah, oh, yeah, she spoke to the lawyers and all that stuff already. Yeah,
All right.
it's amazing.
So first question. When you told Jen you couldn't breathe, she didn't pinch your nose and say, just relax. It's
No,
okay, Mike.
we were holding hands. She
You
grabbed my...
right over your head. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
very funny. No.
No. Okay.
So we got our bearings straight and all that stuff, and and I just it's a miracle I didn't break my ribs. So just badly bruised ribs, they still hurt. 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Just
Well, yeah, it
6
takes.
weeks.
Yeah. They're
Takes
slow.
time.
I've had rib damage. Yeah, it's a
Like
little
taking
slow.
a punch from Tyson.
Exactly.
I think I'd rather have the car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't. Every time I sneezed or coughed or anything.
All right, now can we ask? You mentioned the lawyers.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that end of it or no?
Oh, if you want, sure.
No.
Yeah.
Because all right, so you said that you're probably not going after this guy.
No, for some reason, the insurance company says Jen, my fiance, it was 80% her fault.
How so?
How so?
Because this guy was in a turning lane. He was in a turning lane, but it's a turning lane, but it also goes straight to the service road of Sunrise Highway.
Right.
And he told the cops that he was going into the parking lot, same as us. But he told the insurance company he was going straight, which I don't understand why they would convolute the two and blame Jen. Because the way he hit us so hard, there was no way he was just turning into a parking lot. He totaled the car. The
Yeah.
car was wrecked. She got a new car already.
All right, and forgive me, but if he's going straight, then doesn't that mean she technically cut him off?
And I guess that's what the insurance company is saying.
Right, okay.
Even though if he was going straight, he was doing it illegally.
Oh, okay, that's rough. That's
Yeah,
what I.
But
missed.
we had the green light.
I see.
We had a green light, and he hit us so hard that he hit us on this side, and her two tires on her driver's side totally blew out.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and he pushed us. Oh God, about 70 feet.
Now, what about her? Was she okay?
She's okay. She has a little neck issue.
Did she
little
get her
shoulder
Panera?
issue.
What was it, Panera?
Panera.
Well, yeah.
Well, we belong to this.
Yeah.
We
Kind of
belong-
lost your appetite.
No, we don't eat there. We belong to the SIP club. You pay $15 a month, and you can go in there every 2 hours and get a beverage free.
Every 2 hours?
Yeah,
Wow.
every 2 hours you can go in there and you can get whatever you want to drink. So we were just going to get there an iced coffee or something. I don't even remember. But that Panera Bread in Patchogue is banned. We don't go in there anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's where the accident occurred.
You can't look at it now?
But I went there because I went there like a week later because I wanted to see how this guy. I don't understand how this guy was going into the
If he
parking lot.
if he
was going-
T-boned you, like I said, when I got T-boned,
nailed
I had the
us.
light. I made a left, and he blew through a light. So it was like
Yeah.
Right.
cut and
That's
dry.
the deciding factor. The light, right?
Yeah.
But same thing with insurance and what it was like. I got nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So thank God New York is a no-fault state, so at least we're getting care, paid for.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't get a scratch on him. In fact,
Nothing?
no, nothing. Nothing. He was up walking around. He got out of the car walking
Oh, he was in a Bentley.
Yeah,
Bentley.
exactly.
Yeah.
And did the Bentley even have?
A dent.
Yeah.
Front bumper. And what's funny is the people that picked up the car, they put his bumper in our car. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, sorry that happened to you. That's crazy. I mean, all right, you're sore now, but I mean,
Yeah.
but you're
Well,
going to be okay.
The first
right?
2 weeks, I couldn't even breathe.
Yeah.
It was tough to even take a deep breath.
Wow.
And you consulted a lawyer?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What do they say?
Just gonna monitor it. it's so funny. He hit me so hard, and my ribs were such a constant pain. It was the next day when my fiance says, "Your arm is all cut." I had all these cuts on my arm, and it was still bleeding the next day. I was in so much pain. I didn't even look at my arm.
Wow.
And the important part that you didn't mention either was your dog.
Yeah, we have a little tiny Doxy, 10 pounds. She was in a little crate in the back seat. And when we got hit, we both forgot all about her. But the paramedics took me out of the car.
3 days later, we went back to the junkyard to get the dog out of the car.
No, I
She's
was
like, "What the fuck?"
I was on the gurney getting into the ambulance, and I'm just, blowing a kiss to my fiancée because she was up walking around. She was all right. And we both forgot about her, but she had a big gash on her head, the dog, the poor thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
And what's her name?
Yeah.
Emma.
And
Emma's okay.
Emma's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Emma's
Wow.
fine.
Jeez.
Yeah, wrecked the car. She got a new car 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was quite a mess.
And
But-
is she fearful of getting in the car, the dog?
No. Not really.
Depends who's driving.
It depends on who's driving.
But now since Jen is considered 80% at fault, but did you have to pay out of pocket for the new car, or did
No.
insurance covered it? But now your rates
Insurance, it might be.
Oh,
we're gonna
goodness.
find out.
Yeah.
When this term policy ends. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
always-
I have the lawyer look into that.
Right.
How are you getting?
Well, they
if
are.
there's a T-bone, how is it
Yeah.
80% your fault? That makes no sense.
right?
Yeah, especially we had a green light.
With a green light. Yeah.
And that's to me the worst part about accidents is the aftermath of having to deal with the insurance, going to
it's so,
get a rental or look for a new car, like all that stuff
It's been
afterwards
a
is such
month,
a pain in the ass.
5-6 weeks now of just it's crazy.
Yeah.
And when lawyers get involved, it's been insurance companies and letters and phone calls and doctor's appointments. It's been ridiculous.
Wow.
My and what insurance companies are you?
Progressive.
Oh, okay. I have to tell you. So Sally, who used to co-host this show with me, back in 2021, she got into a car accident. She was totally rear-ended. She's sitting at a red light, so she wasn't even moving. The woman who hit her, she had State Farm. State Farm was fantastic with her. I mean, she had her money. She had within maybe 3 weeks tops, but not once they give her an ounce of shit. No runaround of any kind. I mean, they just did everything right every step of the way, and it was so.
Well,
There's
Progressive,
my
and I can't
unpaid
complain.
promotion for State Farm.
And I can't complain about Progressive. They've been great.
Yeah,
they
have
have. No problems so far.
Yeah.
And so I'm not plugging any insurance.
I got into an accident maybe 2 weeks after I had my license. I'm all happy. Hempstead Turnpike again. Happy, beautiful day. I see a nice vet go by, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, we got to put my brakes on, and I hit the car like that. I had a Volkswagen Dasher. The lip of the hood just got a little bent. They had maybe a scratch. So two girls get out. I'm like, I'm sorry, blah, 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 and give all the info, and they're like, don't worry. So some time goes by, a month or two, I get served. It was for a $2 million lawsuit.
Wow.
This is like 81, 82, whenever I first... So that, I got pissed. And they had all these things called an EBT, exam before trial.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, let me tell you,
Depositions, all that
go
stuff.
through. Because I was pissed. I want to face these women. I know exactly what they said to me. They were fine. And they were saying that her pinky was disfigured and she can't work. She was a secretary. She could never work again. And I was like, you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, no, I want to go to trial. And eventually they said the insurance just settled whatever they got, $5,000. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it was like I really took it personally.
I don't blame
Right.
you.
Because try to do the right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a big accident,
Right.
but yeah.
Oh man. And how did they find you? Like, did you
Because
exchange?
I gave him,
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You exchange
Okay,
like
yeah.
numbers and addresses,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, numbers and whatever, or insurance. You wrote it all down.
Yeah.
I think we even had a cop. We probably had a cop on the scene.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was.
Yeah.
So I have a comedy troupe. We do audience interactive comedic murder mystery shows. We do game shows and a whole bunch of stuff. Been doing it for years. And we were doing a show in Brooklyn. So, a lot of the actors are local.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody jumped in my car. I think it was like a total, including me driving. There was 6 or 7 of us crammed in my car. We leave the show. We're sitting at a stop sign. There was a car in front of us. All of a sudden, we're waiting for the car to go, but all of a sudden she puts it in reverse. Boom! Backs right in. I was like, what the fuck? I get out. It's 2 girls. I don't think either one of them hit 20 yet, right? 20 years old. So I walk up. I go, what are you doing? She goes, did I just back into you? No, I'm thinking, is she drunk? So I go, yeah, you just backed into me. Now, I went back and looked. She had more damage than me. I mean, like you said, the hood was maybe hardly anything. She comes over to look. She sees it, walks over to the driver's side of my car, throws in, I think it was $200 in cash. She just throws it in. She goes, that should cover it. I mean, and it probably would. I mean, that's how little damage I had. It probably would cover it. And she's like, that should cover it. I got to go. So immediately, me and one of my buddies was like, she's done this before. Daddy must have put a stash in that glove box.
Yeah.
Next time you do that, just throw them this.
Yeah.
Wow. So you never got the info. You never exchanged.
I think I did manage to take a picture of her license before she took off, just in case. But no, never heard. I mean, this has got to be at least 15 years ago. Okay. So I never heard a peep, and I knew a guy. He repaired it for. Yeah, I easily made a profit. So yeah, it was the craziest thing. So all right, so. That's why we brought Greg in today to talk about car accidents and Buc-ee's.
Thank you, Greg.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks,
all right.
Flo.
Thanks, Flo. Yeah, where's Flo when you need her?
Well, now,
God,
all right.
I wish I was Flo.
I was
How
just
much
about to
money
say
she
that.
has
my
made
God.
As an
those
actor,
commercials.
Holy
shit.
But what's worse in your opinion as a professional actor to be? Because yes, she's been doing these commercials for years. Yeah. I'm assuming she's set at this point.
Way beyond set.
So Is that okay, or do you not? It
Take
is.
the money. Take the money.
Take the money.
Yes.
All right. So the stereotype, or never being known for anything else ever again.
Couldn't care less. Couldn't care less.
That's great.
When you're on the beach,
Yeah.
relaxing in retirement,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Wow.
I'm sure she's made millions. Oh.
Easily, probably 40, 50 million.
Really? That much?
Easily. The guy. Can
the
you
other-
hear me now?
Yeah.
He had
Can
made
You Hear Me Now
35 million, and that was way before Flo.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. And that guy has a great story because he did the "Can You Hear Me Now?" and then remember Verizon dumped him, and then he did what was it, T-Mobile? He came back doing commercials.
One of the
for?
other carriers.
Yeah. How funny was that?
Wow.
So then the other guy, the
State Farm guy.
is that the one that has all the accidents?
Oh no! Oh, Mr. Mayhem.
Mr. Mayhem.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah, who was on Law and Order?
Dean.
Yes.
Dean Winters.
Dean Winters. Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
he's making.
He's a little bit of a name. Somewhat.
He is.
Yeah.
He's been around, but
still, just those
No,
commercials.
it's a great gig.
it's a great gig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had the same manager.
Oh, is that right?
Wow.
Nice. Oh, so you know him, or?
Yeah. Starting out, we all knew each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's I think one uncommon thing. A lot of people that you would never think know each other across paths have crossed paths, especially in the beginning when you're trying to get work or you're doing local stuff.
When I started, there were two guys, and between the three of us, one was brown hair, one was black hair, and me, the blonde guy. So between us, we probably booked 30-40% of all the commercials.
Oh wow!
So it was like when we were in the room, it was oh fuck, they're here. Oh shit.
Right.
And one of them was Matt LeBlanc.
Oh wow!
And we had he had a Heinz 57, and I had the Wrigley's going.
Right. Yeah.
And it was written up in Star Magazine. I was like so excited the first time I'm in like Star Magazine.
Right.
And it was the cool guy versus the LA dude. I'm like, how are they getting? I'm from L.A. with
Yeah.
the Wrigley Spearmint. But in all the times, I've never spoken to Matt LeBlanc. We never said hello. He was very concentrated. But I always wanted to run into him. I'm sure he'd remember because,
Of course, yeah.
yeah, we saw each other all the time. But
Wow.
yeah,
That's wild. And he's, well, he was great as Joey, but he's, I think, see, that's what I mean. And yeah, he obviously could sit on a beach the rest of his life.
yeah, they're still
But-
making incredible money.
Yes, all the, But at the same time, he'll never be known for anything else. Like,
Right.
Because he was great as Joey. Never be,
But he
almost like the
can't-
Brady
he can't
kids.
walk into a Panera Bread where I can.
Right.
So the trade-off.
But I often wonder about that. And again, I'm with you. When you can sit on the beach for the rest of your life and not worry about it,
Yeah.
I'll take that in a heartbeat. But the artistic side, like the Brady kids, like they can never do anything professionally without somebody saying, "Hey, it's Marcia."
Yeah,
exactly.
Marcia,
Where
Greg Brady.
Matt LeBlanc is pretty much in the same boat.
Yeah.
And I personally think he's actually a great actor. And not that being known for Joey is a bad thing, because he was great at it, but
Yeah.
but there are other sides to him.
Did you see the other series he did? I think it was
Yes.
called Episodes.
episodes? He was fantastic.
I was blown away.
Yep.
Because I was never, I didn't. I'm like, oh, it's just Joey and stuff.
Right.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like they're really telling you. That's the whole secret. They're really telling you how it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like he's eating some M&Ms and they're like, you're getting a little pudgy, and
Yeah, exactly.
it's like,
yeah.
wow. Like,
yeah.
he should have gotten awards for that.
I agree,
I think he
100%.
was up for one.
Oh, was he?
I
think he
believe
was
so.
up for an Emmy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to run into him because
Yeah.
I would be like, dude, man, that was
Yep.
really, really good. Really smart.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk about Friends. I would talk about that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Fantastic on that show. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go back. Let's start at the beginning. Greg Connolly is from Hicksville, ladies and gentlemen. Great people come from Hicksville, let me tell you.
Lorraine Bracco,
Lorraine Bracco,
Billy Joel,
Frank Walker,
Frank Walker,
Frank Walker.
and Carol Miner.
and Carol Miner.
Tony Walker
Well, yeah, him too.
with his leftitis.
The B section.
Yeah,
Right?
Bob
You-
White Lane. I just stopped by there.
Oh, is that right?
Because, I was talking to my sister, and she said, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm going to Levittown, going to Governor's.
Yeah.
And she's like, take a picture of the house and send it to me. I'm like, yeah, it's 10:30. I'm like, all right, I think I can make it. And I was already at the exit, W3.
Oh, okay,
And I
yeah.
whipped around, went back,
Plenty of time. Yep.
got our house and her house. She was on
Who?
Alpine.
Alpine.
Okay.
Oh, your sister was.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I grew up on April. So I'm
Oh,
right
wow.
there. Yeah, I was right there.
Wow.
Yeah, Dutch Lane. Well, you're an Old Country Road guy.
Old Country Road.
Yeah, I was a
never
Dutch Lane guy.
understood. I mean, I was literally around the block from Old Country Road, but
Yeah.
like how Dutch Lane,
These
how
two
that worked.
These two schools, you can almost throw a rock and hit it.
Oh.
Like they're so close. And really, that was my childhood. Was hanging out at both. Like they were right there. So yeah, I never really got that either.
But Dutch Lane is where we would park with a 6-pack and play the radio and just sing.
Oh yeah.
Never at Old Country. It was always Dutch Lane.
Yeah, well, that's where because HBA had all their games there. Like Old Country Road was like the spillover. Oh, there's no more fields left. Let's go.
Yes.
So, and I lived. My backyard faced what's called Levittown Parkway, and then I don't know why they call it Parkway. It's one lane each way. It's and it's I think the whole thing is a mile. But anyway, the baseball fields behind this school of Dutch Lane I was directly across, so I would just go out in my backyard and I could see the games. So every Saturday it was like all of Hicksville was there.
Yeah.
And you could see all your buddies, and you just walk around all the fields and hang out with different people, and you probably have a game at some point yourself, but then you just stay. And there was a concession stand, and
Yeah.
and for me personally, it was perfect. 'Cause
Did you play ball?
I played up until 9th grade, yeah, yeah. Which I wish.
And
I
you were
stuck
in
with it.
HBA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who was that, Mr. Trapp? Or
Who later? They nailed him for being a ped. Yeah.
Oh,
Piece
my
of
goodness.
garbage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Him and
He used to have barbecues and stuff.
and campouts. You know, some guys would go away with him for the weekend.
Yeah.
And back then, nobody.
I never got asked.
I never got asked
But
either.
but again, it's like they probably know somebody doesn't have such a great home life, and
Yeah.
you know, he
Right.
became like a.
Did he go to prison?
He definitely. He was definitely found out, and I remember reading an article about him. I don't know if he was arrested. I don't know what the outcome was.
Because that,
Oh, I
back
see.
then, it was kind of just like,
Yeah,
just go away.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there was a bus driver too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That I don't remember. There was a priest at Holy Family who eventually was caught. Father Peter Duvelsdorf.
Oh,
Dusseldorf, something like that.
Dusseldorf.
That was a crazy story for me. So he came later. So you graduated in 83?
82.
He
Because we had like Father Costa he was like the head guy,
okay.
and then he went to St. Paul's in Brookville or something.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Father McGrath. He was
I remember him.
yeah.
Yeah, he was the older guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. He it was really strange, and he came across very stern and
Yes.
a little scary.
Yeah.
My brother was he was sickly as a kid, so he spent a lot of time in the hospital. I'll just never forget one time Father McGrath came to see him, and I remember sitting there because back then when you're a little kid, the priests are
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
authoritative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
scared of them. The nuns too. He came walking in. I remember like sinking in my seat, like almost praying that he wouldn't even see me.
Right.
This guy did nothing but crack jokes. We were all in stitches.
Get out of here.
Joking with the nurses when they came in, joking with my mother. I remember saying to my mother, like, that was Father McGrath?
Wow.
Like, couldn't believe it.
Because I don't
Couldn't
have that
believe it.
recollection of him. He
Not
was very,
at all.
Very stern.
Yes.
Very.
Telling you, yeah. And
Wow.
it was complete
That's nice
opposite.
to hear, though.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
it humanized him a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
This Father Peter came later, early 80s he came, and I was in eighth grade, and he asked me to come to the church to see him because I can draw, like cartoons.
Mhm.
So I go to see him, and he wants me to draw something up. I don't even remember, to promote something. And I was like, yeah, okay, And as we're finishing up, he tells me what he wants. I'm taking notes. I said, okay, I'll have this for you whenever, tomorrow, next week, whatever it was. And he starts walking towards me. And he says, well, I really appreciate you coming in, and I'm looking forward to seeing your work. Thanks a lot for coming in. And he's coming in. And I'm cornered. And he's coming in, and I pushed him and ran out of there. And as I'm running, he said, looking forward to seeing your drawings. I'm like, I'm not drawing anything for this guy.
Wow.
But I grew up in a very strict Catholic household on April Lane. We had the statue of the Virgin Mary in our front lawn. My grandfather actually helped physically build Holy Family Church.
Really?
That's how, we used to have priests at our house hanging out regularly, so very strict Catholic household. So for me, that was a big deal to push
What's your middle
the
name?
priest. What's my middle name? Joseph.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm Gregory Patrick Joseph.
Yeah.
No,
of course.
Gregory Patrick James. My brother was Joseph.
You sure?
Oh.
Well, it's been a while. But so on the confirmation, I put Rocco. 'Cause I was just like, I'm not doing another.
Yeah.
There was a guy who did my confirmation with me. He had Ozzy, and
Wow.
this was '84, so
Yeah.
Ozzy was huge. The church didn't pick up on it. He
My
was all proud of
grandmother
himself.
wasn't happy about standing next to me for
For
with
Rocco.
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 Yeah. 'Cause my dad got out of the seminary, and then eventually met my mother,
Right.
who was thinking about going into the convent.
Oh,
My dad was like, been there, done that. Good luck.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, she was like, what happened to that Jerry Connolly? And then they got together. So that's the household.
Oh,
I grew
that's
up in.
wild.
Wow, that's wild.
And that, so they were Hicksville natives too.
No, my dad, he lived in Astoria. But to make money for the ring, he became a Good Humor ice cream salesman.
Nice.
And he was driving around Hicksville. And that's where he said, like, wow, this is a place that we should relocate to.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And my
that's
dad
wild.
is a Good Humor ice cream man. You always think they're very like outgoing and very nice, and
Yeah.
they like kids. My dad, he would tell stories of like, the kids would be, oh, there's the ice cream man, and they'd run out, and he'd go, and like,
Did you
It's like, it's getting late. No thanks, kids.
you have to explain to him that's not how you make your money there, Jerry? You got to stop.
Yeah, well, he made enough.
Wow.
So,
Oh, that's cool. That's a great story.
He didn't keep up with it, but
Yeah.
But the fact to think of my father as a priest is like there's no
Right.
effing way. I mean, my father, he was a painter of canvas with curse words. It's just.
I
can't
saw a
imagine.
little bit of that when priests came. Like I said, priests were at my house all the time, and I mean they'd be drinking. And, oh yeah, my grandmother threw a priest out of our house once because he gave my Uncle Bob the finger, and my grandmother got pissed and she threw him out.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Oh, so anyway, and I'll make this quick, so I want to stick to Greg here. But so this Father Peter, he eventually left Holy Family. Fast forward a few years later, so this is late 90s. I'm working at, I'm retired from the phone company. So I was sitting in my truck one day with my partner. He's 15 years older than me. He grew up in Long Beach. I'm reading news back, when we still got newspapers. I flipped the page, boom, full page article on Father Peter, on all the damage he did across Long Island to little boys.
Wow.
And the church just kept, before things got out of hand, they would just transfer him.
Transfer him.
My partner, Kevin, he looks over, he goes, "Is that Father Peter?" I said, "You know Father Peter?" Yeah, back in the 60s, Kevin went to Catholic school as a kid. Father Peter was the principal. He said, everybody knew back then that he was touching little boys.
Wow.
He goes, when we used to go to gym class, he would stand in the locker room and watch us change, he said.
Yeah.
I was like, and this son of a bitch, so that's, at least 25 years that he got away with it across Long Island.
Wow.
Long Island, they eventually ran out of places to send him because he was getting in so much trouble. They eventually sent him down to Florida, where he finally got arrested because they found him in a park in front of a playground watching the kids jerking off. So he finally got arrested then.
Thanks for the mental image. Won't get out of my head. Oh.
What's the worst thing that they've asked you to do as an actor? Did you ever have to play like a sicko that would do something like jerk off in a park?
I did have to audition for a Lena Dunham project.
Okay.
And it was to play the crazy homeless guy in Central Park. And I'm like, why? Why?
Why do you
looking
see
at
me?
my headshot, like, what? Okay, yeah. He's the guy. So that was probably it. I don't even remember what I just let go of everything and just went, whatever I was doing for the audition. I'm like, here, hit send. Hope that works.
Right.
It didn't, but
did you ever? Is there anything that you were like, no, I'm not doing this, or don't, I'm not playing that kind of role, or like you turned it down because you just felt.
No, I'll pretty much do anything. You're going to pay me, I'll do it.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
sure.
I feel the
I'm with
same.
you.
And they were like, one of the first jobs I got, we shot in Jamaica, and they go, "Can you ride a horse?" I go, "Yeah." "English or Western?" "Both."
No idea.
No idea what that is.
Yeah.
So I call up a friend, I get a call back and stuff, and then I book it. So I'm like, okay. So I call up a friend who had a horse, and I'm like, what is English and Western and all that stuff? So she got me up on the horse, told me what to do. You have to make a relationship with the horse. You communicate with it and everything. You'll be fine. So we go to Jamaica. We're on the beach, and they're like, okay, we want you to full gallop down the beach.
Oh my goodness.
So I go, okay. So I'm on the horse, and I'm like, you're a very pretty horse, and blah, blah, blah. And the horse isn't
What's your
moving.
phone number?
So the guy, whoever was running the shoot, the creative director, he was getting pissed. Like, you said you could ride a horse. And I said, yeah, but you have to, first, the horse has to trust me. You have to develop a relationship. I'm just like making this shit up. I'm like, until the horse trusts me, it's not going to do anything I want.
Yeah.
So I go to the trainer. I'm like, what do I do? How do I get this? He said, just kick it. Kick it as hard as you can.
Oh my goodness.
Just, doom.
Yeah.
Just like that. The thing does it. Takes off like a rocket.
Oh my.
And I am giggling like a little girl. It was like on a locomotive. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking cool. And the other guy who had rode horses couldn't get his horse to do anything. So they go, okay, now we want you to take the horse into the water, into the ocean. And the horse did it.
Oh, wow.
And I kept like, you're such a good horse. You're so pretty. And I felt so bad for the horse. It had a big hole in its snout. Oh. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, yeah, that was Jamaica. It was for the Navy. Join the Navy, see the world.
On a horse.
Two sailors,
Wow.
like, galloping on the beach. So the next day, they have us up on waterfalls. And there was a waterfall drop with a little pool and then another. So they're like, okay, go in the pool, roll your things up, your pants up and stuff, and then, just kind of play. Like, so I'm like,
You said the Navy. I'm starting to think this is a music video for In the Navy by the Village People.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
and I'm like going like that, splashing water on the guy.
Just like
And,
frolicking in the water.
Frolicking, yeah. Just,
Wow. Join the Navy.
a couple of guys, a couple of sailors. So it ended up never running.
Yeah, because the
they
Navy
scrapped
said
it.
you're
They-
promoting homosexuality.
they
We're not doing
scrapped
this.
it. And the guy did get fired.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
But now you still get paid, though, right?
Oh yeah,
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 yeah.
I got paid.
That's crazy.
And
Oh
it was
my
in a.
God.
It was not. We flew into Jamaica and then had to go over the island. Ocho Rios was up top. It was a little place, a hole in the wall, nothing, no electricity, huts, nothing. But there was this 5-star resort called the Trident, and they recently had Denzel Washington had shot the Mighty Q there.
Oh, okay.
So it was like we had a good resort, but like
Yeah. And
going
you still,
out.
still plenty of time to have some fun while you're there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Now we're talking.
yeah, going around, and they're like, let's stop for lunch. So they're like, everybody like chicken? Yeah, we all love chicken. So we had jerk chicken, authentic,
Yeah.
warm red stripes, and we're leaving the next day.
Okay.
So everybody's satisfied, and I don't know what time I woke up, and I'm just hurling, hurling,
Wow.
hurling.
Yeah.
And in between it, I hear someone else hurling. So we all got food poisoning. And we had to leave the next day, take that 3-hour ride over the mountains to get to Jamaica.
Oh, God.
And then I'm like, pull over, pull over. And he's like, maybe you need something in your stomach. So we go into a bakery. As soon as I smell the bakery, I'm like, I run out. I'm in somebody's yard, some Jamaican's yard, just hurling. And they're probably like,
Wow. Another crazy American man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Another more puke in my yard.
yeah.
Wow. Well, and it's
Messed
funny.
up his plantains or something.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the Navy ads. I don't have that, of course, but I am thinking it's like gay porn or something. But I've
And I did another Navy ad.
I
So Italy, we were there for 6 weeks.
again,
Wow.
it's 6 weeks. That's cool.
Worked 2 days.
Out of the whole 6 weeks.
Yeah.
See,
Got
that's
paid-
the
got
life
paid
right there.
every single day, and per diem.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
that allowed us to stay even longer.
Yeah, man, I bet. So yeah, as I mentioned, there's a delay on that screen, but I am showing a picture that I'm just curious. Yeah, there it is.
Oh my God, I remember that day.
Wow. How old were
remember
you
that.
there?
19.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, they don't really take the pictures like that anymore.
No. I remember. I was working at the movie theater, Meadowbrook.
Oh, sure.
Again, Hempstead Turnpike.
Yeah, just 5-minute drive from here.
And there was a guy, Bobby, who, God, missed that hair.
Well, you still have yours.
So he goes, I know this photographer, because he's a little weird. So, all right. So I go in, and I'm going to show you a photo that I took to get into was John Casablancas, Elite Models.
Oh,
But-
sure.
So I go to this guy. I have to walk up 5 flights. It's a dark hallway. I knock on the door, and a guy with literally a hunchback, and really like kind of like a stereotype out of a movie, creepy look. And he's like, "Yeah, come on in." And he's like, take your shirt off. I'm like, what am I getting into? But I'm like, I'm bigger than the guy, so
Yeah.
what can happen? But that's what he was like, turn, put your hand in the pocket and turn. And I was like, he did a good job.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right.
But I was like,
Right.
because I've walked into many
I'm sure.
situations.
I'm
and
sure.
But that was my first one, and it turned out good.
What? So, all right. Let me see here. I know. What? Where'd the acting bug come from?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Siblings? Not your father playing a priest or anything.
No, but long story short, there were actors in the family when I did genealogy. So I'm walking down the hall, and someone came up to me. I don't remember if it was Rolla Tufo or Chrissy Larry.
Chrissy Larry. Love Chrissy Larry. Yeah.
And something they
There's another one, by the way.
Oh my God, Dave Rubin. Yeah, that was my favorite Snoopy lunchbox.
Oh, that's Carol's brother?
Yeah, that's Dave Rubin. He had the
very nice.
Roadrunner. But look at he's like stylish, dressed. He's got his homework in the hand.
Yeah.
I don't have mine. Like,
I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
I've never had homework in my hand.
yeah.
Okay,
I
sorry.
never did
So
homework.
Chrissy Larry.
So all of a sudden, Gus Patsis, who was my guidance counselor,
Yep.
comes up to me, and he's like, "I heard you want to be an actor." I'm like, "No." He said, "Can you act?" I said, "No." "Can you sing?" "No." "Can you dance?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You're perfect. You're gonna be Joe Hardy."
Yeah.
So before Joe Hardy, he goes, "We got to get you on stage. We got to, got to get used to this."
He was another one who got into some trouble.
No, I don't.
Wow, what's
I
going
don't
on
believe
with
that.
Hitsville here?
I just. I hope it's not true. But I never believed it.
It was true.
Oh fuck.
Sorry. It was true. Yeah, it was definitely
He was a teacher?
Fuck.
He was a guidance counselor.
He was a guidance counselor.
Who directed our plays, which I want to get back into how the bug, but it was very different. I mean, you're our age,
Yeah.
I mean, I used to go to rehearsals for Gus Patsis. He would never get away with it today. We would be at play rehearsal to midnight,
Yeah.
almost every night,
Oh yeah.
at least 10 p.m.
He'd be smoking, chain smoking.
smoking. I have videos from like rehearsals that we did, and you can hear him like he'd be bad mouthing other teachers. This guy was this guy didn't care. It did eventually catch up to him.
Oh, it did.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he would badmouth other teachers. He didn't get along with Mr. Arnold, the music director, and he would badmouth him in front of us. He did not care. Yeah, chain smoking all the time, and he got eventually everything caught up to him, and he. I won't say he was fired. I think it was like one of those put in your resignation.
Forced
now.
resignation.
Yeah. It was bad.
Wow.
But but he was a very good director in my opinion.
Yeah, he took chances on people. Like he saw something.
Yeah.
So they did this variety show, and he's like, "Well, we're gonna put you in one of the sketches."
He sounds just
So-
like that, by the way.
Yeah.
Danny
Danny
Kapkow.
Kapkow. Yeah.
And I think it was I'm friends with her on Facebook. And she was in Damn Yankees as well. But they were doing a like Saturday Night Live skit, and they were doing the news. So, top story tonight. So I was supposed to be the Garrett Morris guy, sticks his head out of the curtain.
Right.
And they're like, okay, we're talking about something about Russia and stuff like that. And I stick my head out, and I look, and I see, 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And I go like this. And I'm thinking, I was like, okay, I could get off, I could walk home, no one's going to know, no one will no one will care. And I look on one side, and I look at the other side, and I think it was Laura Litterer.
Oh, sure.
Had like a Gilligan's hat on, saying,
like a bucket
"Get
hat,
out,
yeah.
get on there." So I stick my head out, and I don't look up, and I said, "The Russians fear of radiation have replaced the Iron Curtain with a lead one." And I go back, and the place erupts, and I was like,
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's the best feeling.
and then after I didn't say anything, and they were like, how did you think of that? How'd you come up with that? I'm like, what? And they're like, that whole bit where you went in. I said, no, I was serious. I was going to leave. I was going to go home. I was scared shitless. Yeah. Like, that panicked me. And they're like, yeah, but it worked. Nobody knew. I was like, really? Huh. Yeah. Maybe I could do this.
But when Pat just said to you, we want to get you on stage, you were just like, okay. Like, you weren't like, no.
Yeah, no.
You're just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I always did what I was told. I was a good boy.
Oh, okay.
Growing up. Yeah. Catholic.
Yeah.
Gregory Patrick. Come on.
Yep.
Good
True.
boy.
I hear you.
Do what you're told.
Nice.
So, yeah. That's how it started. And they were great. Because he goes, oh, quit the baseball. Forget about it. Do this. And I said, no. I said, I'm not a quitter. So, and I was hurt. I was my pitching hand got broken.
Oh, wow.
So there was a whole thing with the coach he was playing mind games with me, which I didn't understand because I was just do as you're told and all that stuff. But basically he would put me in the lineup and then scratch me right before. So I didn't pitch my whole senior year. This is like when you get scouted and stuff.
Yeah, right.
And if there was one thing I could do in life, it is throw a baseball wherever I wanted. I could paint the corners.
Now, you were going like this, so you're a lefty?
Lefty, yeah.
Oh, man, yes.
And with a natural curve, just like movement and stuff, yeah.
Oh.
So I told Pat this, I said, I can't. So they waited every single day. I wasn't done until, 4:30 or something like that.
Right.
And they would rehearse everything, and then when I got there, they would do all the Joe Hardy scenes. And nobody was like, oh, this fucking guy, who the fuck does he think? They were great. They really, and that's what I was like, wow, these are really good people.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Better than baseball people. So, yeah. That's what kind of got me into it. And then, that beautiful triage you showed, Bobby from the movie theater. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. So I went into New York City wearing this.
Wow.
A tan leisure suit.
Wow.
The same thing. The same shoes, everything.
Yeah.
So I go into Elite for an open call. Every guy is wearing jeans, tight white T-shirt, maybe a pack of cigarettes, stuff like that, gel in their hair.
Yeah.
I look like that. And I get to meet John Casablancas.
Wow.
And he looks up to me, he goes, too young, too short, too small. Next.
Jeez.
Wow.
So I was like, well, that sucked.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be easier than
Right. That's a dose of reality right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had that photo. I sent 3 of them out. Wilhelmina, Ford, and Bobby told me about this agency, MEW, Mary Ellen White.
Oh, sure.
So I send them out. 2 days later, I get a phone call. This is Mickey from MEW.
How many days?
2.
Wow.
Mail was faster back then.
Right.
So, and I said, if I don't hear anything, that's it. I'll become an engineer. So this is Mickey from MEW. So I meet him the next day for lunch. He goes, I have an audition if you'd like, now. I said, okay. So he said, go to 1113 Late Street. I don't know where that is, and I figure it out. I find the place. I go up 2 flights, turn around. There's probably 50 girls, all like blonde, like cheerleader things. So I don't even know what I'm doing.
Don't even care at that point.
It's for Pepsi Light.
Yeah.
So they said, okay, yeah, come here. He said, do you have a swimsuit? I go, no. And he's like, you wearing underwear? And I go, yeah. And he said, okay, take off your clothes, keep your underwear on. In front of 50 girls. This is my first audition.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
And okay. I take my clothes off, and I go there. And I still have no idea what it is. The next day, he goes, you booked it. I'm like, what did I book?
Right.
So it was Pepsi Light. It was $250 an hour. It was a 3-hour minimum.
Wow.
It ended up being 5 hours. So I made $12.50. I'm like,
Just standing there with a heart on.
So I was the quarterback.
Wow.
So that's what it was. And I was wearing tighty whities. We didn't have, like now we have like nice looking underwear. Yeah, tighty whities and,
Wow. Yeah. See, if that's my first experience, I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
But yeah, so booked my first right out of the gate.
Now, I'm showing, again, you'll see it on the screen in a second. It's another photo. You're wearing a tux, but it's definitely not that one. This time it's a black tux. I think Carol said this is your senior prom, if I'm not mistaken. That's definitely David next to you, because you can definitely see the resemblance to Carol.
And is there Tom Bruno in this? Oh yeah,
I was going to ask if that's Tom. Now, speaking of baseball,
that's Tom Bruno.
Tom's brother Paul was a phenomenal baseball
Yes.
player. I played with Paul.
Wow.
I've always wondered whatever, because I remember hearing after high school that he went into the Minnesota Twins farm system.
Yeah.
Never heard another word about him since. Unless I don't know, you happen to know. I don't know.
No, he lives in like the Carolinas, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's not in baseball, but the great thing, Mr. Bruno, because nobody really wanted to have a catch with me. Because to me, having a catch was not
right. You're hurting their hands. Yeah.
I wanted to throw, like get down,
Yeah.
give me a target, and I'm gonna fucking hit it. And so everybody's hands would hurt. So Mr. Bruno, he was a catcher. He was in the Yankee organization.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In minor leagues, yeah.
Oh wow.
So, to me, he's an old man.
Right.
And he would go and, he's like, here, do this, shorten this, and you'll get more pop. And, I'm throwing as hard as I could.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, you got something. And then Paul, when I tried to make a comeback and stuff, so I went there, and Paul, it was just like his dad, and he could throw it hard back to me.
Oh,
like,
he
I'm
was
like,
tremendous.
why don't you pitch? And he's like, nah, I like catching. Yeah. And, but yeah, the only two people that were like, throw as hard as you can.
That's
to me.
cool.
And yeah.
Oh, I'm glad. Then I'm glad Carol supplied.
Yeah,
that
that was
cool.
senior. Yeah, that was
I was
senior.
going to ask
prom.
where you got those pictures.
Oh yeah. Carol's hooking me up here. And speaking of which, I haven't read any comments today. Let's see. Ann is watching from California. Let's see. I'm having. Maybe it's a good thing I don't read. I wasn't reading comments. I can't see them. That one weird girl. Oh my God, Greg. Do we know who that is? That one weird girl. I've never seen that name on here before. So I thought maybe it was somebody that's watching for you.
Ann from California?
No. No. The name is actually That One Weird Girl. That's the name that's coming up. And she wrote OMG Greg. I don't know who that is.
Never heard that name before.
No.
That one weird girl. Well, reveal yourself.
Yeah.
Andrew Fremder, who's watching, he's a friend of the show. He watches every day. I warn all of our guests, his jokes are awful, but I read them anyway. I was going to try a few jokes today about unemployed people, but they haven't really worked. Oh, my goodness.
But
Yeah, exactly. Last night I asked my wife why she was sleeping on the floor. She replied, because I wanted to feel something hard for a change.
That's pretty good.
There's Carol. Oh gosh, Greg, I am so sorry. I have known Greg since I was a baby. What is she? So why are you saying sorry?
Yeah.
What is she? You think he's going to regret being here?
yeah, she was always the little girl.
Yeah. Let's see. That weird girl. Yeah, that one weird girl says if there's a law and order that Greg is there a law and order that Greg hasn't been on? LOL. So, what, you've done more than one?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I think that's like a prerequisite. You can't be a professional actor unless you've done one of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Seems like everybody's
like
done them.
that. Doing that and The Sopranos.
Yes.
Like that. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sex and the City, I never got, and I read probably my best audition ever
Oh, wow.
to play Charlotte's brother.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I go in, we do one take, and the room is silent when we're done, and I'm holding back tears for the scene, and then I look and their jaw is open. I'm like, is everybody okay? Am I in the right place? Is this Like, did I read the right sides? And they're like, no, that's great. I'm like, okay. Shook everybody's hand, walked out the door. Never heard it.
Does that make you nuts? Like, was that role or anything else where you're like, I would love to be able to talk to somebody who was there to tell me why I didn't get the role.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did run into writers and stuff later on, and I asked them about scenes, and they were like, you're too nice. Like, I didn't believe you as the killer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or whatever. But a funny story with Sopranos. My wife and I, we went to a friend's house, and she worked there, and I was always there because she wanted to talk about construction, because what would you do with this and this and this. So I always tell her, and then she said, how's the acting going? And I said, well, you know what, I would kill if I could get an audition for one word on Sopranos. Mm-hmm. I'd be satisfied. Yeah. I could retire and be like, you know what, at least I read for the show.
Yep.
So she said, one word, I will make that happen. So my agent calls me up. This woman, she was great, Barbara Andriatis. Like Joey's agent. Joey, you're never going to believe.
Yeah.
I said, Barbara, she was lovely. She goes, I got an audition for you for Sopranos. I said, wow, okay. So I have to go there and see Georgianne walking. Yeah. And so it's for a construction worker. And Meadow comes up and says, did you get the check? And I said, yes. That's it.
She wasn't lying. She got you that.
They go, that was really good. Do you want to read for a bigger role? I said, okay. Yeah. So she said, his name is Stan. He's bald, nebbish, and Jewish. I said, okay. So I read for it, and they were like, that was really good. I said, okay. So I leave, and then a couple of days later, she calls and says, we have a callback for you. I'm like, okay. So I have to go to the studio. And you get up there, and you're in the stairwell, and there's like 2 stairwells full of guys. It's got to be 50 guys there. So you're like, oh, man, just waiting. Finally, I'm called. I go up the stairs, open the door. Now I have to walk 200 feet or so, because you're in a big stage area. And David is there.
Oh, wow.
And then there's, the producers, the writers, everything, and the camera person. So David goes, you all right? I go, yeah. And she said, okay, sit down. So I sit down, and I feel him come up. His face is there. He goes, action. So I close my eyes. I blank out everybody. All I see is the camera and the guy. So I do the scene, and they're like, he goes, how do you feel? I said, good. Anything else? And they're like, no, you're good. So I go to leave, and right there is the woman who said, I'll get you that.
Oh, okay.
And she's like this, trying to hide. And I see her, and I bite my lip. And I just walk out as fast as I can. I get outside. I burst out laughing. I'm like, holy shit. If I saw her, I would have blown it. I would have gotten nervous and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would have blown it. So I do the thing, the scene with Christopher. And then 6 months later, I get another phone call. And she goes, they want you back. They want to do another scene. They wrote another scene for you.
Nice.
So that's the scene in the stairwell.
Okay.
So that's with the Saurus and stuff. So I'm researching Saurus.
Let me stop for a second. So sitting on the stairs and the scene before that where you guys are in the meeting.
Yes.
There's 6 months between those 2 scenes?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. Okay.
So a couple of years go by, and she goes, do you want to know what happened when you left the room? She's like, actors never get to hear this. I go, yeah. Mm-hmm. because, I'm like, she probably said something or,
Right.
give the poor guy a break.
Yeah.
So David goes, okay, so what do you think? And people are like, yeah, sure. I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. She goes to her, said, no. And he goes, why? And she said, he's not what you wrote. He's not bald. I mean, I had a lot more hair 20 years ago.
We all did.
He's not nebbish, and he's not Jewish. And he goes, yeah, but I like that Craig. So he always called me Craig.
Right.
Craig.
So they say, you book it. So then I get another call, and she said, they want you for the table read. I'm like, the table read?
Wow.
Like, I have 3 lines.
Right.
Like, table read.
Who cares? Yes, I'll be there.
So I get picked up, go back out there. So it's a massive square. And everybody's there, the writers, producers, everybody in the cast.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're waiting. And David is right across from me. And Tony Sirico is on my left. So David gets up. Well, first Jim comes in, and then they're about to start. And David goes, wait a second. Gets up, comes around. I said, oh, my God, he's going to tell me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, hey, what are you doing here?
You can't be here.
Who let you in?
He taps me on the shoulder. I go, fuck. And he goes, do you mind if I sit next to you? I'm like, you want to put more pressure on me? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, now you just singled me out.
Yeah.
So he sits next to me, and Tony turns. He goes, don't fuck it up.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
So they start.
I got the picture up there.
Oh, yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He was a great guy. Yeah. He loved my wife.
Wow. So I love the whole creative process. I don't care if we're talking about plays, theater, music. Like, I love the whole thing. Why did he come so close to say action like that? Like, I'm very curious why what that's about.
I
have an idea, but I want to.
My only thing is, like, is this guy going to crack under pressure?
Oh, okay.
Like, it's the show.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Final season.
Yeah.
If you're,
Okay.
He's got to see. Can you? I'm going to be reading with Michael Imperioli. Like,
yep.
Are you up to it?
Was there a better cast show than The Sopranos?
I can't think of. Yeah, I can't think of one. Can't think. And I've watched Mad Men. Like, I've watched a lot of shows that are great.
Yeah.
But Sopranos was just.
Yep.
I mean,
it was perfectly.
Yeah.
And without that, there's no Breaking Bad. There's no.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Nothing.
Breaking Bad, I thought was like the perfect TV show. They did everything right.
Oh my God, yeah.
But it wouldn't happen. You never watched it.
You never watched
it?
it?
Yeah, it was great.
It was
Breaking
great.
Bad.
Yeah, and then Better Call Saul, just as good, if not
Just
better,
as good.
actually.
Oh,
if not
yeah.
better. But you're right. Those shows wouldn't happen if The Sopranos didn't happen first.
No, I agree.
I did get to meet Bryan Cranston once.
I did.
Yeah, and I waited for the right moment, and then I went up to him, and I said, Mr. Cranston, I've wanted to meet you for such a long time.
Yeah.
There's something I always wanted to tell you. And he was like, like, what? And I said, I was up for a show called The Louis Anderson Show, and I had 3 callbacks and stuff. I went to producers and everything, and I said, and you booked it. And when I saw what you did, I was like, that was never my show. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. And he's smiling and stuff. He said, that was a turning point in my career.
Oh, sure.
Because he said, I know what you're saying. It's almost like seeing a wallet on the ground and picking it up and say, that's not my wallet. I'm not going to take it.
Right.
It doesn't belong to me. And he said that was the moment that he just said, fuck it. Like, I'm not going to do what I think they want me to do. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And either they like it or not. And he said that was a turning point for his career. He said, thank you for bringing it. He said, nobody brings that up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's when he was Tim Watley on Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing where he takes the whiff of the gas.
Yeah.
That was totally ad-libbed.
Yeah.
That guy's a genius.
Yeah.
Man.
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, absolutely. We're hanging out with Greg Connolly. We only have.
I have a question.
Yeah, we only have a little less than 15 minutes left. We might we might go maybe a few minutes after, if that's all right with everybody, if that's all right with you guys. Because, I mean, I barely even touched my list of questions, which is great, though, because I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Go ahead.
My only question is Little Steven. Did you meet him?
I've met him.
Of course,
yeah.
you know how to ask about that.
Oh, yes, I knew you would ask.
Yeah, I've met him a couple of times, socially and stuff. Yeah.
Standoffish?
No.
Yeah, he's an over-the-top personality. Yeah.
Yeah. No, just another. You can't say enough about, especially that cast, how nice everyone is. Lorraine calls me Hicksville. Hey, Hicksville.
Oh, cool.
But
Is she really? I don't get the impression she enjoyed her time in Hicksville. I
never.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
Never
okay.
spoke to her.
There's a clip on YouTube somewhere where Billy Joel's doing a Q&A, and he's taking questions from the audience, and you see him. He goes, "Oh, is that Lorraine?" And it's her in the audience.
Really?
And she asks him, "How did you survive Hicksville?" And she may have even said something like, "I barely did," or "I glad I'm not there." She says something like that. She said something negative about the place. So
Wow.
yeah, I was surprised, but
Yeah.
She was brilliant in that show too.
Everybody.
everybody was.
Everybody, top of their game.
Although I'll have to say, I've had the pleasure of meeting Imperioli twice. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. But my favorite role of his is not Michael, Christopher rather.
Yeah.
What's the name of the movie now? He's almost like an angel. John Voight was the main character.
I don't know that.
Oh, it's gonna kill me now. And I said that to him the first time I met him. I said, my favorite role of yours is that movie with John Voight, and he came right out with the title because I forgot it then too, as a matter of fact. But yeah,
he did a small film in Portugal, where he had long hair and he had like a Fu Manchu, and another friend of ours was in it, and it was about running like a club, a nightclub. Really, really sweet film, beautifully shot, and I saw him. I was like, "Do you know who you should do? You should be Glenn Fry in a biopic." Like,
right? Yeah.
Wow.
He looked exactly like him.
Wow.
Look it up. It's a really good little film.
Well, I remember that look of him. In fact, when Gandolfini died, that I remember footage from the funeral. That's what Imperioli looked like then. And I'm actually a huge Eagles guy, so I know I can see Glenn Fry, so I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, and I see it. Totally see it.
Yeah.
That's cool. So going on The Sopranos, that's like the Mecca.
Oh, I can retire now.
Is there what do you have a dream role? Like, that's the part I always want to do. If I can just sink my teeth into that.
Yeah, there was Bosch. Titus Welliver.
Oh, the TV show
that's
Bosch.
A great show.
Yeah.
I watched that whole. Did you ever watch that show?
I
watched every
no,
episode.
barely,
Yeah.
no. But he's great, Titus.
Yeah, I can see you as that
Yeah,
character.
I would run into him.
He was
never
great in
spoken
Deadwood.
to him, but it would be like in the street. He'd look at me, and I'd look at him, and like I know you.
Yeah.
And he's like, his eyes, the color of his eyes.
Oh yeah.
But when I saw the opening credits, the song, I was like, "Fuck yeah, that would be
Okay.
what I'd like to do."
But you didn't try out for that one.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, Bosch.
Yeah.
No, written by Michael Connolly. I don't know if I'm related.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well, and
gotta look that up.
You and Kevin Connolly, right?
No, but there was a.
Yeah.
I was at an Emmy party, and we were going home, and the cars are coming up, and they go Connolly. I'm like, oh, all right, let's go. So, we get in the car, and I go, yeah, and he goes, you're in my car. I said, no, it's Connolly, and he goes, yeah. I'm like, oh, that's right. That's right. It wouldn't be me.
So then you asked him, Kevin, can you give me a lift?
Yeah.
I actually.
But I was like, my name's Connolly.
Well,
just so he didn't think I was a.
But he's also a Long
Yeah,
Island guy.
right.
He grew up in Patchogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually knew his sister when I was younger. He had an older sister, Lori, who was so much fun and beautiful. She was gorgeous. Killed in a car crash.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was actually the only time I ever met him was at her funeral. Rocky, what was he in? Rocky, was it 4? 5. He was in Rocky 5.
Kevin Connolly?
Yeah. If you remember, Stallone's son is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's getting bullied by a kid, and they eventually become friends. That's Kevin Connolly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The light-haired kid.
Yes.
Wow.
The movie was out for maybe 2 months, and when the accident happened, so I was at her funeral, and I remember thinking to myself, and I remember Lori telling me that he was an actor, but I had no idea. I
But
looked
he was
at
a
him,
young kid.
That's the kid in Rocky, and then I was like, oh yeah, she told me he's an actor. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I've tried to get him on this show, and I've actually said, I was friends with your sister. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he doesn't respond. But yeah, he's a great actor too. Are you at the point, because you've been doing it a long time now.
43 years.
43 years. Wow.
I start my pension June 1st.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Is it still a hustle to get roles, or like the agent,
It's
just calls you up and says, I got something?
it's different. What I really miss is the in-person auditions.
Yeah.
Because the casting director can be like, let's
try this.
try that and stuff. And they really want you to do well, and and they want to get the right person for the part.
Yeah.
So the way it is today, it's just like, I'm having my wife read with me and I'm doing it, or my brother-in-law, or whoever I can get, and you just submitting the tape. It's like,
right. You're not seeing the other actors. You're not.
Yeah.
you're not seeing anything, and really not having that one-on-one with the casting director is a big
Absolutely
thing.
Yeah.
Like the last thing I booked with the casting director, it was about I was a father. I think it was God friended me, or God helped me, or something like that. But I played the father.
Me, I think. Yeah, I think so.
I played the father of a daughter who committed suicide.
Ooh.
And so this girl is kind of making a not a confession, but she feels like she's responsible for it, and like I try to hold everything in, and then I tell her that it's not your fault. It was the disease, and there's nothing anybody could have done, and all that. And then I see the casting director's crying.
Oh wow.
And I do the whole scene, and then I'm like, okay, is that good? Do you want to go again? And she's like, no, there's nothing more to do. But to be able to have that connection, that's what I really miss.
Yeah, I hear you. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And then callbacks, the same thing. Then you're meeting the director and all, and so it's a little different.
Yeah.
And also it's smaller. It's a smaller playing field because of everything. It's either big A-listers doing they're doing the super movies and all that stuff. So you don't get like all those rom-coms and all those little independent films and stuff like that. It's interesting. It's a little different, but that's every business is consolidated and this and that. So I've walked into rooms where D.B. Sweeney's there. I'm like, I'm gonna audition against D.B. Sweeney. Are you kidding? I don't have a chance.
Right.
Like so.
But he's interesting. I had met him once. He is, he's. I'm 5'10". He's probably around there, maybe even a little shorter. He looks bigger to me on screen.
Yeah.
So I remember being surprised. That was the first thing I thought of. I was like, wow, he's shorter than I thought he'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah. First thing I thought of when I met him.
I thought that with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, really?
Because it was always like he's 6'4", but then again, with age and everything.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But,
Gran Torino, one of the best movies ever. Gran Torino.
I loved all of his stuff.
Well, yeah,
$1
sure.
Million Baby. I just watched it again.
Oh, yeah, that was
Every
good.
Which Way You Can, all the orangutan movies.
Yes.
I met Ruth Gordon once.
Nice.
And I said, Miss Gordon, I do an imitation of you. She's like, you do? So I'm going to come back here with my Oreos, you hairy ass. And she just busted out.
I have a question.
Thank
Training.
you. Huh?
How did you... Did you do formal training?
Yeah,
After
you
decided
you tried out in your underwear, but did you eventually start training, or things just kind of flowed?
No, I did. Yeah, I went to different coaches, and then I was shooting something in Italy, the Italy job,
Right.
And this guy was at William Esper. It was a 2-year program, the Meisner technique.
Oh, sure.
And he's like, you should do this. I'm like, anytime someone says you should,
Yeah.
then I'm not going to do it. But something told me, okay, do that. Because I was with a coach, and I was like, I've learned it's like 2 years with any type of training, whether working out with weights or whatever. You can't keep doing the same thing. After 2 years is the max. So I kind of felt that with teachers, like, maybe I should get a different perspective, and so I did. I went to the Meisner, and yeah, that was interesting.
I bet.
Because you really had to work, and I was always like, I'll just swing it,
Yeah.
So you have to do preparations and all this stuff, come up with preparations. You're knocking on the door, why you're knocking on the door, or who's going to be on the other side. So you'd have to have an activity that you would have to make. But, I wung it. And then I was like, now I got to actually do a little more.
Right.
I can't just wing it, because you run out of, what's in your tool bag, and then now what?
Right.
It's
It's interesting, and I've talked about it on here before, being that we're hearing governors, whether it's stand-up, whether it's in a band, or, acting, I think people who aren't involved in the entertainment world, they don't realize just how hard it is. I think, personally, I think especially with comedians, people are like, oh, you're funny, you're funny at dinner. Like, oh, you should go on stage. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way at all.
No, I have
but
so much
it's the same
respect
thing.
for comedians. It's like,
it's tough.
and you're doing it day in, day out for years, doing the same material. I mean, you got to freshen it up, or that's tough. And there's days you're just like, fuck.
Right.
I don't know.
Or maybe you have a
I don't want to
headache or
make people
something.
laugh. I don't
Right.
care.
Yeah.
Right.
But they do it.
Sometimes I've seen guys do that with that attitude. One comedian, I won't say his name, but his girlfriend just broke up with him within a few days of whatever the show was. He went out there and said, my girlfriend just broke up with me, and he sat there complaining about her, and he built a rapport with the audience, and they loved it.
Wow.
They loved it. But you're right. I mean,
It's like
because
Mrs. Maisel.
yes, exactly. And there is an acting element involved because, like you said, it's the same material every day. You have to sell it like it's the first time you're saying it.
And it's a connection with the, I think that's what sold that guy. He connected with the audience.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I started doing stand-up in just 5 or 6 years ago. But I felt I had an advantage because of all my years of doing stage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I was comfortable, first off. But then I was able to sell it, even though, and I'm the first to tell you, my jokes are not that good. They're still not that good, but I sell it like it's the funniest thing out there. And I think that's what they're enjoying, not the joke so much, but the performance.
Yeah.
So,
seeing somebody have a good time. And,
right.
Yeah.
And they kind of maybe not enjoy the material so much, but they like the guy.
Yeah.
So I think that works. All right. So we're starting to run late. A lot of comments coming in. Thank you, guys. Vicky's watching. Carol, Greg was the Fabio of Hicksville.
Fabio.
Fabio. What did I say? Did I say?
No,
Oh,
I didn't understand what you were saying,
okay.
and then it took me a
Fabio.
while.
The Fabio of Hicksville on book covers and his
Oh, God, yeah.
and his canoe cologne print ad. We are always so proud of him. Forgive me, I can't read the comments. I did my laser surgery on this eye this morning. It wasn't planned. They just did it. So my eyes are blurred, so I'm having trouble reading the comments. Ann in California, great guest. Loved listening. Oh, and then she's leaving. Fremder did a whole bunch of making fun of you with your accident.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, so one thing I want to do before we go, I have a list of names. Some of these names are people that you've worked with. Mm-hmm. And then what I also do is I look at Facebook and I look at some mutual friends that we have. So I'm going to start off with names of people that you've worked with, go into some more local names. First thing that comes to your mind. It could be good, it could be bad. You could say, I don't know who that is, or you could say, I don't even want to say anything. Whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Okay. Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer, the actor.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm starting with people that you've worked with first.
lovely man. Got to meet him backstage after a Broadway show, and he said, "I'm touched that you wanted to watch an old man work."
Wow.
But you were in a movie of his. That's where I plucked his name from. What was the movie? It was him and Frank Langella.
Frank Langella is another lovely guy who did the same thing. We saw him
Both of them great
after a show, and
okay.
again, thank you so much for spending an evening with an old man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, never had any scenes with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't see the movie. I looked at your IMDb and I saw. I don't remember what the movie was, but I saw a scene. I watched the video and I didn't see you, but I saw them. So
okay.
I'm assuming
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. All right. Now Danny Glover was also in this movie, whatever it was.
Glover.
All right.
I don't remember.
Mariska Hargitay.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Right, because you did Law and Order.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. She's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems lovely. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, I've never met.
Oh, all right.
Someone putting up credits that
all right, now you. All right, that's just that screen that's crapping out. Our signal is.
Oh yeah. Of course, Spider-Man. Yeah. Jamie
That's
Foxx.
right. The Amazing Spider-Man
The Amazing
2. Was
Spider-Man
it?
2. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was starting to get nervous.
We didn't have scenes together. No.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
but you didn't meet him on set, I guess.
No.
Okay.
We was in totally different scenes. But I was booked for 9 different scenes, and that got cut
Right.
on set. Of like,
Oh, wow.
no, that's not. We don't need him here, there, stuff like that.
Okay.
But it was funny. We had to be on set at 5:00. I'm the butler. I got brand new boxer underwear and stuff. I'm in a fitted. They had a tailor come in from Italy.
Oh wow.
To fit the. Wow. So it's 5 a.m. I didn't sit the entire day. I wouldn't sit because I didn't want to crease.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything on.
Yeah.
So the director is like having a meeting and stuff, and he's like, does anyone have a pen? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, you really take your role seriously? I said, yeah, I do. If you hire me, I prepare. I had a manicure done, manicure, pedicure. I was totally manscaped.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was like, he would be something as a butler. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So.
I mean that is kind of like the Meisner thinking. I better get manscaped. I'm a butler.
Yeah, have an activity, come up with a backstory, all that stuff. Yeah,
and you've applied all that since. So you started out.
Yeah, it's almost like
in.
you don't even think about it. You just kind of
it's just automatic what you do.
Because I played a doctor, and that was probably the thing with what's his name? It was probably Muhammad Ali's greatest fight.
That is what it is.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
So no, I didn't have scenes with them. But I was set as not a gynecologist, somebody who delivers babies.
OBGYN.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was set in the 60s. So I grabbed a Timex that my father had that was from the 60s, shuffled through coins and found stuff all in the 60s. Like, so everything, I got a pair of tighty-whities because that's what they
sure
wore back then. So we're on set, and I researched the guy about the first thing about an ultrasound. Okay. I said, this was invented and blah, 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 and it was the first ultrasound to determine the sex of a child. And I don't, I just blurted it out. So the director said, is Greg right? I'm like, oh, fuck, what did I do? And there was like, executive producers there and stuff. And the writers are like, yes, he is. Because I said, this is about the time, so they would be able to tell. And he goes, you researched this? I go, yeah, of course. Because I didn't, I only had like a line or two or something like that. I don't remember. But, it's like, yeah. Wow. Whatever it is, I look at the time period and just do some research. That's all. See, it's like doing some homework, which Dave Rubin can attest I never did in my life. So.
But that's exactly what I'm talking about. People on the outside, they don't realize that's what it takes. I personally, I'm going to tell you right now, I think that's genius. I would never think. I'm thinking
fun.
Underwear.
It
nobody sees my underwear, so what does it matter? Which is why I'm still in the back of Governors as opposed to being on The Sopranos. But seriously, that's super. That's genius that you put that into it.
And Law and Order, the Mariska. So when you're shooting something, it's you have an establishing shot and stuff, and then all the stars they all have their close-ups. So whenever there's something on a guest star, it's like that is the last shot before they're going to the next drop-off.
Right,
so
right.
You don't have 4 takes. You got 1 take, maybe 2 if there was some issue. So you really don't. So you have to, like that, be prepared. And I remember her. She was talking with her co-star and stuff, and they're, talking. And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." She's like, "We shouldn't interrupt Greg. He's going to prepare." I said, "No." I said, "Please, no. Do whatever you like to do. I'm good. I'll be fine."
Yeah.
And you just close your eyes and you black out everything and you open them, and as soon as you hear go, boom.
Yep.
You do it. So if you look at the scene in Law and Order SVU, this Roland's girl comes up.
Oh yeah.
And I go like that. And the reality is I didn't plan that. I didn't, because you're so in the zone of what you're doing. I didn't see her come in front of me. And then all of a sudden she's there, and that's that's what made it like real. It was real.
Right. Yeah, right. I know this. They stop you on the street outside of a club or something, or a theater.
Yeah,
or
a
some
gay
sort.
club.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Right. They want to know where a guy went that they
Seeking
thought you
the
were
attention
with.
of
Right.
young men, yes.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I said to him, I want to congratulate you. And he goes, "For what?" And I said, "You're in a hit show. This is going to be number 1. Yeah. This was first season, couple episodes." And he's like, "We'll see." I said, "No, I'll remind you that on your 10th reunion, or 10th season." So I haven't been able to meet him and say,
right.
Remember that? But he would remember that. That was in the elevator before we were going to set.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, "Which one of you is the killer?" I'm like, "You're looking at me? Like, really? You think I'm the killer?"
Yeah.
Right. You killed Bruce Willis, you son of a bitch. Did you work with Hasselhoff?
No.
But you were on a Baywatch episode?
Baywatch Hawaii, yeah.
Wow.
That was interesting. That was fun. Because it was with Jason Momoa.
Oh, okay.
My scene with him. And I'm trying to escape on a motorcycle. They had a stand-in for me, and the guy, resembled me and stuff. He was really good. But he did this really big jump coming up and going over. But Jason Momoa grabs a stick and throws it, and it hits the wheel and then flips over, and then I'm with broken ribs and stuff. And then they just abuse me, kicking me and stuff. But it was just so interesting with Jason, because I'm like, do you realize, like, you're 24 years old, you're on the biggest show in the world, like, oh my God, like,
yeah. Yep.
That is like incredible. And I ran into him a few years later at an Emmy thing, and he had done the Game of Thrones, and he's just walking with his wife, and I get in his way, and I go, "You." And he's like, I said, "You probably don't remember." I said, Baywatch Hawaii and stuff. And I said, "I am so proud of you." And he goes, "Dude, I remember you."
Nice.
And I was like, wow.
That's cool.
Because it's ballsy to just, jump out in front of a star and just say, "You, hey, stop."
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Right, yeah.
But I'm pretty harmless looking. So. But yeah, he was super cool.
All right. Switching over to more local, Angelo DeBias.
Oh, yeah.
Another great actor.
Yeah. The devil.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I just recently had a Facebook back and forth with him stuff, but yeah, I'd love to see him on stage again. I know he's still doing stuff.
Yeah, he still does stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I've tried many times through the years to get him in my murder mysteries, and it just never seems to work out.
I was in awe of all those people at Hicksville, because I was the jock.
Yeah.
And
there was a lot of talent there. There
Yeah.
was. And I'm sure everybody could say that about their high school probably, but I can only speak for Hicksville.
Yeah,
There was a
like
lot
Danny
of
was
talent.
always so funny.
Yeah. And he's Danny's now an author.
I know, an author.
He was in here pushing his books a year or two ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's a very talented man.
Yeah, he was always funny.
He's very funny, yeah. Darren O'Neill, also a funny guy.
Yeah, Darren, I had lunch with him. He came in with his wife and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And we had lunch at a diner, and he's like, how do you, for the daughter, like, how do you get in the business? I'm like, why do you want to do this? Like,
right.
Like, seriously?
He wanted to for a time, too, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's living the dream. I mean, I always tell him, you're living the dream. He's like, no, you are. But I'm like, man, dude, you fly planes all over the world.
Yeah.
Like, you have a big responsibility.
This guy is so funny. Yeah, he's a pilot, but funny guy. And he'll tell you. I've seen him do this several times, and people buy it. He's like, he goes, we don't have street lights or street signs. He goes, it's all blue sky and clouds. We don't know where we're going. And then he'll say to the, you grab this little cup for air. You're like, what do you think? That's doing anything? He says stuff like this to people all the time. It is so funny. I love Darren.
I said to him, did you ever, like a co-pilot, like, you guys ever get into an argument? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, oh, shit, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like you would think.
Right. It's all, happiness.
Yeah.
Carrie McQuaid.
Carrie, yeah. She was in play with my brother. St. Paul's, that I was saying that Father Costa went to. Mm-hmm. She was Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, and my brother was the Tin Man.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
I follow her on Facebook and stuff. And
what a talent.
it's great.
Yeah.
They still sing. And
mm-hmm. Yeah, she sings all the time. Yeah, she was in here a few years ago singing. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, all right. Well, we're here at Governor's. We're talking about, we have stand-up comedians. Scott Papicuri.
Scott, I don't know him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know he was a comedian and
Right.
stuff because I remember I told you that I knew Jerry Red Wilson, who was the last time I was at Governor's was to see Jerry Red Wilson, and that
Yep.
had to be like '93 or so. I
sounds
don't remember
about right.
what year he passed, and so I had asked Scott like, does he remember Jerry Red Wilson and stuff, but I never had a reply from him because I'd love to know anybody else who knew him and had stories. Cause
Oh, okay.
the stories I had with him, we worked at a place called Jan Video, videotaping Jewish weddings and bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs. And he was the mic guy.
Right.
So he was just hysterical.
Red, what was his first name?
Jerry.
Jerry.
Gerry. Jerry Red Wilson.
Jerry Red. I'll ask some of these guys that have been around for a while if any of them know him.
Yeah, he used to do a Bob Murphy imitation.
Oh, really?
Bob Murphy from the Mets.
Yeah.
Talking about Choo Choo Coleman and,
Nice.
just stuff you really couldn't say today.
Oh,
but
yeah, I'm sure.
But he wasn't making it up. He was just doing an imitation of
Yeah,
Bob Murphy.
right.
Bob Murphy actually said all that stuff. So,
Oh, good old days.
yeah.
Although, as much as I love Bob Murphy and Ralph, and I love Tim McCarver, but I think Gary, Keith, and Ron are the best ever.
Best ever.
Best ever.
Bar none.
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. You don't think so?
Yeah.
Well, I really stopped once the Mets won in '86, and my brother snuck me into Game 7
Really?
in the box seat because he had a press pass. So, back then you just went through a chain link.
Yeah.
So he went. I met him. He passed it through the chain link and was a press ID.
Wow.
I showed it. They're like, "Yeah, come on in."
Oh, my
I'm like, I'm in college.
Yeah.
And I actually found an empty seat. The usher's seat was empty on the third base side. So I got to watch Game 7.
Field level?
Yeah, field level.
Holy moly.
Got to watch Game 7. When they won, I was out of my mind. I see a female cop. I grab her and I kiss her. Today, forget it. You'd be beaten and thrown in jail.
Yeah.
And it was just, it wasn't sexual or anything. It was just like, oh my God, they fucking won. They fucking won. My whole life. This is all I cared about. And then once it was over, I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't have to watch baseball anymore.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
Well, yeah, you saved yourself a lot of heartache for the past 40 years, that's for sure.
So
Yeah.
it is.
That's why I mentioned Scott Papicuri because, stand up, and Scott back in the day was here all the time. But I also saw on Facebook your buddies with Mike Marino.
Oh yeah, Mike.
Yeah, he is tremendous. Not Hicksville. There's a Hicksville Mike Marino.
Yes,
Not him.
Yes.
Talking about the comedian Mike Marino.
The Navy job that we did. We were there for 5 or 6 weeks. So
Oh, he was a part of that?
he was
Oh.
was the Rome version. So we got
okay.
to go to set in Rome and just hang out. We went to the Vatican. I have a shot. The Pope is about as far away as you are.
Wow.
I'm like, Padre, throw me a blessing. And that's the photo. He's like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you said they're talking about going to Jason Momoa saying, hey, look
Yeah,
at you.
you met the
Look at
Pope.
you, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Pope, hey.
And the 86 Met, that has nothing to do with your career, but you were there for Game 7.
Yeah.
No, but really, what a life,
And we
man.
never, during that whole time, the crowd, because they were losing,
Right.
we were like, they're coming back. They're coming back.
Everybody
Yeah.
knew they were coming back.
Yeah, it's
That
going to
was-
happen.
Yeah.
Most people don't even recall that. Like, they were down 3-0.
Yeah. I'm like,
Most people don't even recall that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could go like that. I'm like, nope, they're coming back.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, you just knew they were. It took such a wind out of Boston sails with Game 6. And Game 7 wasn't until 2 days later because the next day was rain, so they had to postpone Game 7. But they
Good
still,
memory, yeah.
they still couldn't. Like their mojo was
Because
just
the
gone.
Bill
Yeah.
Buckner, that was Game 6, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So
Like,
they
that
just
was
couldn't
just-
bounce back from that.
How that happened, I don't imagine he could just let that go
Right.
in his mind the rest of his life. Like it.
Well, most of the time they didn't let him. People never let him forget. That's me interviewing Mookie Wilson. I was like a kid meeting Santa Claus, man.
I
Meeting
bet.
Mookie Wilson.
Oh wow.
Yep, my favorite Met of all time. So I got to interview him, and then once back in 1991, I met Spanky from the Little Rascals. Those
Really?
You want to talk about life-changing moments. Really, like you said, I could have been done after that. Just kill me then. My life is complete. But
Mine was
yeah.
Ron Swoboda,
Oh, nice. The
Yeah.
big catch in 69.
Jerry Kuzman.
Nice.
You know, mine are older.
Were you, did you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, of course.
Did you see the episode with Buckner?
He was on Curb. Really?
You never saw this?
I never watched the show.
Bill Buck. Now, so go back and watch it. You don't have, even if you don't know like about the show, it doesn't matter. Bill Buckner totally redeems himself. You don't recall this?
No.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jeff, comedian, he was on the show.
Garland.
Jeff Garland, thank you. He plays Larry David's manager. Okay, big baseball fan. Larry David goes to a convention where Mookie and Buckner are signing. There's a long line for Mookie. There's hardly anybody for Buckner. So Larry's like, I'm not waiting. He goes, I'll just get Buckner.
Yeah.
Gets Buckner to sign the autograph. Buckner's about to stop, like finish and take a lunch break. Larry invites him to go to lunch, and Buckner's like, well, you're the only guy who wants my autograph. I'll go to lunch with you. So they become friendly. They get to talk. And sure, they're walking through the streets of New York, and people are yelling, Buckner, you suck. And Larry's like, how do you put up with this? He goes, I'm used to it. So they hit it off. So Larry says, hey, look, my manager lives just a couple blocks away. He goes, I got the ball for him that you signed. He goes, do you have time? Can we go personally deliver to him? So, oh, yeah, great. They go to his apartment. Jeff opens the door, and Larry's like, look who brought, and Jeff's like, I have no idea. Who's that? He has no idea. He goes, it's Bill Buckner. He goes, oh, okay. Larry goes, look. He throws the ball. He throws it to Jeff. Jeff looks like, oh, and you see him. He's like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Bill Buckner's autograph. And then for whatever reason, they throw it back to Buckner. Now, Buckner is now standing in the apartment, and he lives in an apartment building, like high up. So they throw the ball to Buckner. He misses it. It goes out the window. So they're like, oh, here we go again, Bill Buckner. So it's jokes like that throughout. But then at the end, Larry and Bill are walking down the street in New York City, and there's an apartment building on fire. And there's a woman on the top floor, and she's holding a baby. Oh, my God, somebody help me. And the firemen set up the trampoline-looking thing on the bottom. They're like, jump, jump. She's like, no. Like, you got to jump. She throws the baby. The baby comes down, bounces on the trampoline, and goes flying. And you just see everybody's like, Bill Buckner comes out of the crowd. He's hauling ass. He dives. He lands flat on his stomach and on asphalt. Catches the baby with one hand. They're holding him up like this man totally redeemed himself.
Absolutely.
It was
I'll have
the
to
coolest,
see, yeah.
funniest thing. If you're a baseball Met fan,
that's funny.
this meant everything. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I totally redeemed himself. All right.
And Larry David's the only person. He's the Mel Brooks of our time. Like, nobody can do what he...
Agreed.
I wish he did features like Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
But
I think he's actually working on one right now, if I'm not mistaken. I saw some picture somewhere where he was in... Or it just came out, or he's currently working on... I forget now, but he was in... Like, he was made up a certain way, and it didn't look like typical Larry David. But, yeah, he's actually making a movie. But I'm excited. Mel Brooks, I mean, he's got... Spaceballs 2 coming out next year.
I know.
I don't have high hopes. History of the World, the new one,
Yeah.
was not that great. I don't even think I finished watching it.
One or two.
The what?
The History of the World is the first.
Yeah, what did I say? Isn't that what I said?
Oh, you said
He's Spaceballs 2, but History of the World 2 was not very good.
No.
Yeah.
The first one was.
Oh, the first one is epic, but the
epic.
second one that came out, maybe 5-10 years ago?
No.
Yeah. But I still have high hopes for Spaceballs 2.
Yeah.
Although, no John Candy.
No John Candy.
Yeah. All right. So last name I'll throw at you. Wow, it's almost 1:00. Sorry. Thanks for sticking around, but I couldn't let the show go without these names without mentioning Carol Miner.
Oh yeah.
What do you have to? Anything? You got any good dirt on Carol?
No.
Ah, damn it.
Carol was always the sweetest little girl.
Yeah, she was.
Always
Dave's
Dave's
still is.
little sister and stuff. So I just when you say her name, I just see little in my head. I just see little Carol.
Yeah.
Like if you mention my name to her, she doesn't see this Greg.
Right.
She sees
Yeah.
whatever.
The prom picture. Yeah.
Fabio.
Fabio. Fabio never.
All right. So before we go, is there anything coming up that you want to promote, or anything that you got going on?
No, right now. But
Is it just film, or have you done any theater or anything?
I did do an off Broadway.
You did?
Yeah.
It's tough, right? I love it.
That's
It is
I
tough.
love it too.
Yeah.
That's the
Live
toughest to me.
theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was like every night I was like, oh, I'm nauseous.
Yeah.
And then you do it and you're like, oh, okay.
The second
I'll
you're
come
out
back
there,
tomorrow.
it's gone. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. What was
Goes
it?
away.
It was a show called Half-Life. And who did I play? I'm trying to think. I don't remember if my father died or it was my wife's father. No, it was my father died. So we're all converging back to home, and then there's always someone who's after the money and all that stuff. And I was like a God-fearing, Bible reciting kind of guy who doesn't get in trouble. It was a stretch,
Right.
and then I think we find out like he wasn't murdered; he just died, and the mother burned him. And she was always doing flowers the whole time, So that was what was in the flowers was father.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
So that's the ending, and then we're all looking up at all the plants and stuff with tears in our eyes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was an interesting, but that grueling. I don't know how you guys do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
love it.
I don't know. To me, live theater is just.
Oh, love it. I can't get enough. Speaking of which, you were supposed to do a production of You Can't Take It With You.
Can't Take It With
Did
You.
Did you drop
No,
out?
I
You
had
didn't?
to. Because there was a wrestling scene in it. And,
Because of the ribs?
Because of the ribs.
You're a pussy. Do the damn show.
It goes on next week.
So you did.
Wow.
You dropped out after the action?
I dropped out. I spoke to the director. And she goes, "No, it's going to be too physical."
You son of a bitch. Well, hello there.
Hello. This is an awesome show. Thanks for having Greg on. Hi, Greg.
Hi,
It's Carol.
it's Carol.
Yes, it is Carol.
Wow.
Carol,
Hi.
You
before,
don't have the little girl voice anymore.
when was the last time you heard Carol's voice?
Probably Dave's wedding.
Wedding.
Right?
Oh, and that's what, like 30 years ago or something, I'm assuming?
1988.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy cow.
1988. Greg was the best man, and I was singing at Dave's wedding. And I'll never forget, I hadn't seen Greg in a couple of years because we had moved to Florida, and he was off doing his Hollywood, New York, and we were all so proud because every time we had a family function, somehow Greg always knew and would call and say, "Hey, Dave, what's going on? Yeah, the whole family's over. Come over and eat." "Yeah, okay." And then Greg would be there, and he'd be... And then my grandmother was always like, "Get Greg a plate. Go get him a plate. Get him. He needs to be fed." We were always feeding the little Catholic kid down the block. And but the best was... Yeah, he would. The kid... You could eat, Greg.
So
that was...
back then.
Well, yeah,
And,
actors, we take the meals wherever we can get them.
Well, and we all knew him as a big, he was a big sports guy. So when he started getting into acting, we were all like, "What?
Yeah, right?
What?"
Because I was so
And
shy.
it
I was
was-
so quiet.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, you were shy to who? No, I don't remember the shy.
Not your family, but...
No.
Like, I couldn't go up to a girl and just start talking to her. I mean, I was a shy kid.
Yeah, but it was just so funny because the first time I see Greg is at my brother's rehearsal, and he hadn't seen me in quite a few years.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Greg, how you doing?" And he's like, "Carol," he goes, "When the hell did you get boobs?"
Yeah, that's real shy.
That's real stuff.
And he looks at my brother David, goes, "Do you know your sister has boobs?" And my brother goes, "I don't
God.
really want to look at my sister's boobs."
Yeah.
That's funny.
And we were waiting for the rehearsal. And so I'm sitting next to Greg, and he goes, "Well, what are you doing for?" And I said, "I'm singing." He goes, "You're singing?" And I said, "Yeah." So I had to get up and just do a little bit. I sit down. He goes, "Holy shit, you can sing! Did you know she could?" He goes to Dave, "Did you know she could sing?" And my brother's like, "Why do you think I'm having her singing?" So the next day, we're all in the same hotel. And all my relatives, and Greg knows all my relatives. And we had an aunt, her name was Aunt Miriam, and she was kind of strict. She was kind of very serious, but had a great sense of humor. And they've all known Greg for a very long time. So Greg somehow, I don't know how you had this, but he had a monkey mask.
Oh, my God.
Somehow he
I
brought
just saw
to
pictures
the...
of it before I came here. I have a picture of Dave wearing it.
And so we're all out in the hallway. My aunt, my parentals, David, and a couple of uncles, and we see someone come run out in the hallway with the monkey mask,
clothes off,
and with his ass hanging out, making monkey noises and mooning everybody.
That's great.
Turns around, sees that we're all who's standing there, which is my Aunt Miriam too. And she goes running back in the room. We're hysterical. She is straight faced, and I look at her. I go, "Uh-oh, something's gonna happen." She goes, "That's a really nice tush."
Oh, the nice tuchus.
There's a lot of...
Dave
That's
must
a
have
nice
dared me
tuchus.
because
Yeah.
I was about to ask who
that-
you thought was out there.
at that point, I think people used to dare me to do stuff, and I was like, okay, all right.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
stories
so-
about him in underwear and his ass.
oh, yeah.
There's a theme going
There's
on
a
around
theme.
here today.
I did that at the.
Greg was always he wasn't a fearful kid, so it wasn't like that. But
I
yeah,
did win
it was.
an award in my life, and it was best buns in high school.
Oh.
Wow.
What was it, like one of those senior award nights or something?
Yeah, and
Best buns.
best buns.
Buns.
Because they're naming it's like who's best looking, best most
Right.
popular, all that stuff. All of a sudden, this thing Best Buns came up, and I think it was the theater company that did it. So you got to go up there. So I'm sitting next to Dave, I believe, and I go, okay. So I go up there, and I'm like, what am I gonna say about my buns? So I just turned around, pulled my pants down,
Oh, nice.
and got back again, silence, and everybody's like, dude, you showed everything.
Oh.
The sun, the moon, the twigs, the berry, everything.
Mr. Pats has had a trophy for you.
Yeah.
After
Yeah,
you
I got the
God.
Best Buns Award.
Wow.
Well,
Carol
I
said she was
appreciate
that.
you having him on.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't beat that. So I didn't, I was 16 at the time, so I was just happy because like everybody on our block was always after the Greg Connolly. Every time he came over the house, I'd get phone calls from the Whitticks, from everybody else. Is Greg over your house? I was like, oh my God, really?
The Whitticks. They had the twins. The Whitticks.
It was Anya was in our grade. I never.
Anya, Valerie, and then Helen. Yeah.
Valerie.
Helen Whittick. Oh yeah. With a T, right? Whittick. W-I.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, now I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I remember them. Wow.
What happened to them, Anya?
No, I have no idea.
No clue.
No, I don't. I try not to.
Well, yeah. Carol Flat left us before she even graduated. So.
Oh, would you stop it? All right, that's enough. All right, Greg, I love you.
Love you
Take
too.
Take care and show the Wrigley commercial. It's great.
I'm not, because I don't want to get hit with copyright stuff. But
oh, okay.
But thanks for sending it. And
it's
before
a great show.
Thank you.
But
Before
you
you
can
go,
find it on YouTube, so there's no copyright.
Well, true. That's the thing. If we played it here, YouTube would hit me with copyrights.
Really?
It happens all the time. So, Carol, before you go, I saw I'm slowly catching up on Facebook because of my eye, I wasn't on a lot the past month. So I don't know when exactly this was, but I saw you posted something about the anniversary of Mike's surgery.
Yeah.
It's 2 years ago today. That
it's just today you posted that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw it this morning, but I didn't realize it was a new post.
Okay.
So, yeah, glad. Couldn't believe it's been a year, but I'm glad he made it on the other side. Carol's husband, Mike, is the nicest guy you'll ever meet in your life. Super, super guy. And glad he's doing well, and I hope he's feeling well currently.
Yeah, it's a surreal thing. It's 2 years, but it's like I said, it's been it's been quite a whirlwind in the last 2 years. Not just his, but everything else that's going on. But it's like very surreal for us. So, and wishing him an happy anniversary. Like this morning, I was like over coffee. I was like, happy anniversary. What do I get you? Like a new hat? I don't know.
Carol
like,
love. That's all any man wants. Carol love. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're very happy that we are on the other side and stay on the other side.
Good.
So,
okay.
But thank you, I appreciate that.
Give him a hug for me, would you?
I will, and Mike, I'm glad you're okay. So you guys have a great day. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye, Carol.
Bye.
Bye. So you graduated in '83? You said
2.
2. Oh, okay, '82.
Yeah.
Okay, because I started doing stuff with Pat just in '83.
I have one question.
Go ahead, and then we're gonna go.
The most underrated actor that you think out there?
Not somebody he's worked with, just anybody.
In general, because as a stage actor, I get asked this question all the time.
Well, now I'm saying Matt LeBlanc, but
that works.
I mean, that really shocked me. I'd have to think.
Yeah, it's a hard question, isn't it?
Who's yours?
The first one that comes to mind is Tom Cruise, and I
underrated Tom Cruise.
Well, as a serious actor, like Few Good Men, that other movie that with the raining frogs.
Magnolia.
Thank you.
Great movie.
Yeah,
great.
I think he's
I
actually.
never saw that.
I think he's a
very
really good actor, not just an action actor.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just my
Do you
opinion.
think because of all the Mission Impossibles that he's now just known as an action guy?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Really?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I
100%.
I think he's
Okay.
100% an action guy.
But he is. He's just he's a force. There's
without
no
doubt.
one.
Yeah.
There's
He is
no
a
one
force.
like him. Like
Yeah.
his commitment is just.
His commitment is insane.
Yeah.
I thought his best was Rain Man. I thought he was
Rain
great.
Man, he
in
was
that.
great in Rain Man.
I mean, everybody was great in that.
Yeah.
But the sacrifices he's made, it's like, you know, I mean, anywhere I go, I'm like, I got to try the pizza, I got to try the bagels, I got to try, the beer, and
I got to try showing my ass in a monkey mask.
Oh, that monkey mask, man! That I don't know. Maybe it was because when I put it on, it's like they can't see me. It's
Right.
like Greg,
Right.
Because I brought that to the senior trip in
Fucking great.
Yeah.
Florida, and then we were in this hotel called the Q, and it was a round hotel, so the floor, and somebody dared me to put it on and walk and run around in my underwear.
Wow.
And I did, and the teachers are, running after me, and then I go up the stairs, go to another floor, and, just left. So I get back into the room, I make it, and all of a sudden it's like boom, 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 boom. It's one of the teachers.
Yeah.
And this guy, Jack Volpe, was sleeping. And they grabbed him Volpe, we know that was you. They grabbed
that's
him and dragged him out.
hilarious.
They didn't notice the best buns.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They
And
didn't
just the
say
height
those buns
difference. I
anyway.
mean, we were
Wow.
far apart.
And you didn't say anything. You let Jack.
Oh,
you let him go.
We
Yeah,
would
it
laugh.
wasn't me. It wasn't
We
me. It wasn't me.
laughed.
It wasn't
I
me.
felt bad. I should have apologized when I saw him at the reunion. I'm sure he remembered that.
Oh, without a
was
doubt.
I mean, they grabbed him like out of sleep. He was asleep.
Wow. Did he like?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, what the punishment
we never
was, yeah.
talked about it.
Wow.
He's at the reunion waiting for you to bring it up.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch never apologized.
Yeah.
Well, on the phone right now. No, I'm kidding. Favorite teacher from high school? Do you have one?
Well, I was going to say like Mr. Patsis and stuff, but
You still can. It's okay.
Mr. Ferry, I liked
I don't know
a
him.
lot. He was a science teacher,
Okay.
and he had this thing called Cuddles. It was a horse, so he would be petting Cuddles, and he would ask you a question, and if you got it right, you could pet Cuddles. If you didn't,
Wow.
you got Cuddles' ass. So he was
Okay.
he was an interesting
Yeah, it sounds like
I
it.
would say
Mr. Ferry, the science teacher.
you could
Okay.
pet Mr. Cuddles.
Or you pet his ass. All right. It's time to go. So you survived your very first podcast, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah,
And it
wow.
was super. I
Good
mean,
job.
You broke my cherry.
we normally end
Yeah.
at 12:30, and it's now after 1. This is
Good
the longest
job,
we've
man.
gone in a long time. And I barely even got to questions that I had. So that means you just have to come back one
Yeah,
of these days.
you could always do a
Absolutely.
part 2.
Would love that. Thank you. This was
No,
great.
thank you.
Are you doing your outgoing things?
I am.
Oh.
Why? You got to go to the bathroom?
No.
Oh.
I wanted to bring something up unless you want me to.
No.
'Cause you
go ahead.
always ask me
You don't have a
first.
play to promote, you son of a bitch.
I have something else to promote.
Okay.
Can I talk about another podcast?
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
You're doing a podcast,
Yes.
but not here.
No.
All right. Now I hate you more. What? Where? What?
My sister-in-law
Yeah.
and myself, she lives in Malaysia. We're doing a podcast
Yeah.
called Reality In-Laws. It's on Spotify and Apple Music.
Oh, it's just audio.
Just audio. And it's about 90 Day Fiancé.
That's a reality show.
Yeah, on TLC.
So you
Oh,
guys
it's
are just
hysterical.
talking about you. You're a big show. You're a big fan of this reality show, are you?
Yeah,
Wow.
both of us.
Great. What?
What?
Nothing.
That's all.
Can't wait to listen to that.
It's
So,
fun.
what did I really need to wear these or no?
For the phone call, you need to
Yeah.
need to hear.
Oh, okay.
I wear because my mic's attached. Plus, I'm doing all the knobs and bells here, but and yeah, that's the only way to hear the
Like
phone call.
knobs.
But all right, so now is this premiered yet?
Yeah, we had the teaser trailer came out last week. We did our first podcast, and she put it up on Spotify and Apple Music. And tonight we're doing the first episode.
Do you do it live or you just record it?
Record.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Sure. All right. Yes. Well, yeah. So go check that out, and we'll keep in touch with Greg, find out what he's got
Yes,
cooking.
Greg.
And yeah, time for us to
Something.
get out of here. So today is Wednesday. We got Circling the Drain tonight at 7 p.m. And then we're back here tomorrow. Tomorrow, my brother will be here, and we have musician Mark Bonder will be joining us. If you're local, you know the band Wonder Stories. Mark Bonder is their keyboard player, but he also plays with everybody. So he'll be here. He also does like healing and yoga and stuff like that, so we'll touch upon that as well. So that's tomorrow. What else is tomorrow? Nick Greystone tomorrow night at 8 with Primal Scream. And then Friday I'll be in here with Rosie and Grace. So there you go. That's Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Don't forget Knock 'em Dead Comedy. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to see you can get information, see our schedule, and find out how you can hire us for your event and have a fun murder mystery show or a game show. We got some dates with Knock 'em Dead. We're doing some dates with Governors at the Brokerage and at McGuire's in the fall. So knockemdeadcomedy.com. And of course, let's not forget Governors. The main stage in the Giggle Room here in Levittown, the Brokerage in Belmore, and McGuire's out in Bohemia. What's going on this weekend? Friday and Saturday here in the main club, the Magic of Eric Eaton. Danny Livingston and Dennis Hannon are in the Giggle Room. Joe Matarese is at he's at the Brokerage Friday and Saturday. And James Camacho is playing McGuire's Friday and Saturday. And don't forget May 21st. Our very own Rosie Fiumara and our pals Hershey and the Keegs and Richie Byrne and Eric Haft. They're playing at the Brokerage May 21st. It's a night of percussion and punchlines. Also playing that night with them is Michael Paris. He's from the band OAR. He does some stuff outside the band. He is phenomenal. He's been here in the studio a couple of times with Hershey and the Keegs. Tremendous musician. Richie Byrne and Eric Haft, two fantastic comedians, but they're also musicians as well. Richie Byrne is a fantastic singer. You've heard him sing on this show. Eric Haft is an amazing jazz drummer. So they're all going to be incorporating some music as well as comedy. So that'll be a fun night. So go check that out. That's what's happening. govs.com. Govs.com is the website. Go see their full schedule and make some reservations to some great comedy shows. All right. Thanks for sticking around with us. Wow, we went really late today. Thanks for sticking around. Thank you, Mike. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Greg, once again, this was a lot of fun. We really appreciate you coming out.
I had a great time.
Good,
Good job,
good. We'll
Greg.
definitely do that again. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Once again, Circling the Drain tonight at 7. We'll see you guys later.